Sagittarius, que paso? Here's your weekly reading. I'm starting with the transits. And I'm starting with Sagittarius this week because the moon is currently in Sagittarius. The sun is 11 Virgo. The moon is 15 Sagittarius. Mercury, 7 Libra. Venus, 28 Leo. Mars, 8 Gemini. Jupiter, retrograde 6 Aries, Saturn retrograde 20 Aquarius. We have the full moon in Pisces coming up on Saturday, September 10th. It will be at 17 degrees. Six cards for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury. A lot of resistance. Two good shuffles. That was not a good shuffle. Two good shuffles. Uno. It's terrible. Dos. La sacerdotisa, the high priestess. El colgado, hangman. That top row is all water. Two of cups, those the copas. La templanza, temperance. Tres de espadas, 3 of swords. This is a Sagittarius card, by the way. And there you are, Rey de Bastos, King of Wands. So what does it all mean? Looks like you're crazy, deep in love, but it hurts. It could hurt because there's another person involved. It could be third party. It could be the communication is not exactly flowing. You don't know where you stand with this person. It's in flux. There's a lack of stability. There's a lack of peace. There's a lack of consistency. You may feel like you're in this alone. I do see temperance as the 2 of cups of the major arcana. Please provide an energetic summation, 3 additional cards. Caballo de Copas, Knight of Cups. Oh God, 9 of Swords, 9 of Espadas. The Empress. So it looks like you're really in love. You may have this person on a pedestal. What I say all the time, the only way out of the 9 of Swords that I'm aware of, the only real way out of the 9 of Swords is the 4 of Swords. Taking care of yourself. Carving out time and space for yourself. For me, it's meditation. I meditate my ass off. I do affirmations. I go through about 3 manifestation journals a year, and I'm not just scribbling down what I want to manifest or affirmations. It's fuck all. It's recipes. It's sketches. I take pictures of myself and try to draw myself. I'm very challenged. I lasted less than 1 semester at UTSA Art School in my middle age. But a lot of people, it's common, they think the way out of the Nine of Swords, well, there's two different ways. It could be people who are in the throes of addiction, they try to get out of the Nine of Swords via the Seven of Cups, which I call Neptune clouds of confusion. Just checking out, just trying to live in the 5D constantly. A lack of reality, a lack of balance. It can be an addiction to alcohol, drugs, just sitting mindlessly playing video games, just mindlessly consuming, and not creating anything. Some people just want to check out. They can't cope, they can't deal with the relentless pressures of the 3D, so they turn to addiction. So there's that. Or people can jump into a relationship, any relationship. Doesn't matter if you have things in common with the person, doesn't matter if there's some kind of abuse, just get into a relationship because that's better than being alone. But for me, the sanest, best way to get out of the Nine of Swords is the Four of Swords. When you get to a place where you can say and mean it, it is well with my soul. What this person's doing over here is not bothering me. I'm all about being strong with boundaries. This YouTuber I have a lot of respect for, she recently disabled comments on all her videos, and she said she can't deal with the negativity. She is trying to get her message across in the best possible way, and she can't deal with all the negativity, so just disables all the comments. There's one pick a card I did recently at Siren Tarot where I got so much hate for that very basic pick a card that today I finally disabled comments on it. I'm just tired of waking up and seeing all this negative stuff, all this hate for a very basic pick a card reading. I talked about myself too much. That's what seems to really bother people, is I talked about myself too much in that fucking pick a card. So disabled comments, and I thought about just disabling comments across the board. I may get to that point eventually, but it's like I was telling a client in a recent reading. There is so much shit in the world right now. I click on this little icon on my computer and I can read all kinds of terribly written articles about the latest shooting, the latest road rage incident in San Antonio, someone getting run over and they're literally left for dead. Someone runs them over and they're intoxicated and they leave. They don't take accountability. I could go on and on, but I won't. So I don't want any extra. There's enough negativity in the world. I don't want any extra. But I'm courting the extra. I'm inviting it in by putting so much content on YouTube. It's inevitable. I'm going to get hate. I'm going to get trolls. I'm going to get negativity and mixed compliments. You're really good at reading the cards, but you do talk about yourself too much, or you talk about astrology too much. So I meditate my ass off. I do affirmations. I make tacos at home. I don't go to Taco Bell. And I just keep shuffling cards at my two tarot channels. All of my channels, actually. I do the tarot shorts where I'm doing just like a daily read for various channels that aren't monetized. I create art. I have over 2,000 designs uploaded to Redbubble. I'm always creating, I'm always writing, I'm always reading, I'm always studying, I'm always trying. So checking out is not an option for me. maybe it's not an option for you. But how are you going to navigate these choppy waters? How are you going to find the peace that surpasses all understanding? I'm always winging it with these readings. I don't want to be too formulaic. I want to just shuffle and talk and not stick to a certain script or a certain formula. 6 more cards for Sagittarius. Seis más, por favor. Three of Swords. The Empress. 2 of Swords. Ace of Wands. 10 of Wands. 2 of Wands. So it's about a relationship. If you are interested in someone currently, these cards are suggesting that you take your power back, you assess your value, carve it in stone. You could just be spinning your wheels in the mud. You're trying, you're putting so much energy, so much effort into this, and it's just not paying off. It's constant dissatisfaction, misunderstandings. You're too good for this. So a common trap is when you're interested in someone and they start to show ambivalence, they start to show disinterest. A common mistake is trying harder, trying to convince this person they need to be in a relationship with you. You're the perfect person for them. That will not give you the best results. I speak from experience, going beyond the tarot and astrology. If someone's not deciding on you, they're not showing up, you always have the option to decide on yourself. That's what I'm seeing for Sagittarius. Decide on yourself. I've made that the title of so many videos. At least a couple come to mind, but I don't want to say the same thing over and over again. But know your value, know your worth. It's not your job to convince this person to be in a relationship with you. And the wands are not just sex, they're also creativity. So a lot of times, if our lives seem stilted, stuck, boring, it's always an option to get into a high vibration by doing whatever excites us. For me, it's creating art and writing. That's what I see, that's what I have. Thanks for watching. Peace out.